TT 2019. A bit of a mixed bag of emotions. There was a lot went on and a lot of rain. Unfortunately, in my travels over the fortnight, I met quite a few people that had only been over for a few days, saw no racing, no practices, nothing, just had a wet Isle of Man and then had to go back home. And that's shit. But what it does mean, if you're superstitious sort of ways, is that Grand Prix is going to be good. Now, if you don't know about the Manx Grand Prix / Classic TT, it's a similar sort of thing. I reckon it's less commercial, it's more sort of for riders, and they have more of the classics or the privateers going around, same big circuit. And that happens on the 17th of August, so that's not far away. But before then, we've also got the S100 down at the Boulogne circuit, which is a much smaller circuit, mass start. I only went and watched my first one last year and it was just completely mad. It was excellent, and that is on the 7th or 8th of next month. So we've got some road racing coming on the channel, and of course I'll be following that wherever I can because it's around the corner. I love bikes, I want to watch bikes, I want to share Manx bikes with you. If you're not here. If you are, I know a couple of people are watching, have said they're coming over to the island soon, and we'll try and rendezvous, maybe go have a drink or ride some bikes and sort of do that kind of thing. But before 700, I have my first race. So I'm not just here pointing cameras at bikes. I love riding bikes early on, long of the, get your words out, more of the long-term viewers will know that it started off me riding this thing. This was my first bike past a 125, slap the cameras on, go and venture around on the roads. If you've only ever been over for TT, the island's completely different. There's, you know, heavy police presence, lots of extra speed limits happen, the one-way system, lots of foreign riders that sort of don't know what they're doing. Just not familiar with the area. Now, away from that, I live on Biker's Paradise. It really is incredible. So there's lots of interesting things that we can get up to. Long summer nights with the lads up top or out on many of the different roads that are all twisty, all unrestricted. It's all great fun. So again, going forward with the channel, we'll see a bit of that. Now, again, for the long-term viewers will recognise this thing in the background, except it had that tank on and was actually a bit more built up, I think, in the last video. This was a bike that I was building for on track. Now, unfortunately, going through all the conversion and stuff, the engine had been sat for a while. When we came to fire it up, I actually took it out for a track day and got half a lap of a sighting lap and had to pull it back in because it was just smoking like a two-stroke. Unfortunately, there was the valve stem seals had gone hard and were just letting oil, and it was just smoking like crazy. So that had a full rebuild. Because of the deadlines and wanting to get it ready for tracking or racing, it sort of didn't really get filmed, and it's now back built together. I fired it up and we still had smoke because the exhaust was full of oil. So we cleared that, that's done, whatever. But unfortunately, it was not going to be really feasible. I can't go and run it in practice / qualifying and then try and send out on a race and hope that nothing goes wrong. If there was any teething issues, I'd be shafted. So sort of forced hand in where I want to be with racing and the time scale that I want things to happen for my end goal. I ended up just getting a bike. It's ready to go. I'll then probably finish that one or sell it as a project. I've had to get rid of my car because I just want to focus on racing now. It's what I want to do. So we've got a Honda CBR 600 F4i. There's no carbs on it. For anyone new around here, I hate carbs. I hate them. That's another issue we got with this bike now, is that when it's warm it misfires, and it's the carbs, because I put the carbs on from this and it's fine. I've had all the jets out, stuck them in the ultrasonics. I think it's on the diaphragm side, but I just hate carbs. So that's that. So we'll have a look through with the bike on here, properly introduce it, and I'm not going to fiddle with it because I like to fiddle with things. So that's what that is. If there's anything you want to know, we'll try and go down that line. Now there is also, you may have noticed, I've got t-shirts. We've got one hanging up here and one on there. Trying to get a bit of merch. One thing I won't have on this channel is adverts. Just sick of them. There's nothing worse than when you get like halfway through a sentence and then advert on some YouTube thing, where you got like 4 in a video. It's just shite. Not gonna have it. So to try and support the channel and support me in racing, what I'm going to do is try and sort of sell some merchandise, and we'll go down there. Now, I have tried a few things with the t-shirts. I found one here. This is one of the sort of first ones, and it was shit. Crap quality, vinyl printing on it, so that when you run them through hot washes, it ends up coming off. You have to be careful with them, and it's just not what you want. Plus, I found with most cotton stuff, it just ended up getting sweaty, and I kept finding myself taking it off like any other t-shirt and going for my underlayers when I was riding, and it just wasn't really great. So I ended up speaking to Happy Dog Image Solutions, and we sort of talked about stuff. Now, that man is not only fantastic in his workmanship, but he also has motorsport behind him. He was a sidecar racer, and quite a good one. So he's got the reefs in his workshop to prove it. So we've got t-shirts going on. This is sublimated on, so you cannot get the design off. You'll put a hole through this before it comes off. It's quite a mad procedure, done with lots of hot pressure and just blasts it in. And it helps that in-house he's also doing stickers now. So we got stickers of the logo, which is the world's easiest thing to get upside down. Different sizes. I have one of these in my helmet. This is a bit bigger. It's on there. I have actually updated the logo now so that it's more difficult to get upside down. As you'll see up there, we've got the pistons in place, and I've been developing on that logo to make it the crispest quality I can. So you could blow it up on the side of your house if you wanted, and it wouldn't lose its quality, which is good sort of stuff. So I'm Blake, nice to meet you all. If you got any questions, drop it down below. I was loving in live streams. There was countries and flags popping in from everywhere. People were just saying, oh, hello from wherever I am, and flags that I'd never seen before. It was great to see that we're sort of growing and getting a bit global, because bikers are friendly. We're all here for the same thing, one passion, two wheels. This is what we do. So, this is Unrestricted Dial, and of course, as always, ride safe, not slow.